Looks like it's on. We're back. Another $3 high stakes 2025 NFL best ball. And this is actually my first time. I've only done 12 or so drafts, but I have yet to, prior to this moment, receive any of the 104, 105, or 106 picks. And so far, I have a stone cold zero, albeit inadvertently, on all of Saquon, Bijan, Gibbs, and CD Lamb. So I believe this will likely be my first time in probably getting Bijan or Gibbs. Maybe one of these top three will fall to me at the 105. We'll see. I guess I will star them in the order that I will take them. And maybe this is a hot take. I don't know. I think I might be a Gibbs over Bijan guy. I'm going to want a reasonable amount of both, but I have yet to have any of these drafts where I'm in the middle and I start with a running back. So this will be exciting to embarrass myself publicly as I try to work through this. And let me actually already start looking through. See, I got the 5, I got the 20, and the 29. Who would I be looking at? Try not to do any super frantic scrolling. I'll tell you this much. Brock Bowers is going to be a very appealing guy to me if he's there at 20. Man, HN would be appealing if he falls, but I think in all likelihood, we'll see what happens. Uh, I'm probably going to start with a running back and have to play this kind of by ear. Okay, so far, so good. I'll take one of Bijan or Gibbs, whichever one's there. Ideally Gibbs, I think. So we'll see what happens. And let's make sure. Okay, I guess we do have the whole draft board work. Credit to me for resizing correctly. I won't mind if this guy just times out and gets Bijan, but I am up next. We'll see which way it goes. He does time out, does get Bijan, and we will get our first piece of Jahmyr Gibbs in 2025. I wish this had a way of maybe I'm just not uh, finding it. I wish this had a way of like making a sound effect when it's about to be my turn, the way my phone will like vibrate when I'm doing it on my phone, which is how I do most of my drafts, at least historically. This year might be a different story. Ooh, you know what I definitely need to do is pull up the correlations because I definitely do not have those memorized yet. That is an important thing. Week 17 is all that matters. So we have, of course, a dome game in Minnesota for the Lions in week 17. And then, let's see, Pittsburgh and LA and at the Rams. So two dome games. If we want to find some mini Corlos later, let's go back to the draft board, see who's doing crazy stuff. So far, this lobby for 125 in the morning on the East Coast seems pretty straightforward. I did see Puka has flipped Neighbors now that Neighbors has that Q tag on DK. I'll tell you this, the Q tag does not bother me a whole lot, but so far pretty straightforward. I guess I'll actually scroll down so we can see the second round picks as well as they come in. And I mean, I think maybe it'll be fun if Brock Bowers falls. I do want to see what it would be like to start double deviation away from wide receiver. Man, CMC in the second round. I do I do think the corner over here going double elite wide receiver and then perhaps elite QB and Brees Hall the second time around is probably when I find myself in the 112. A pretty worthwhile thought to consider. Wow, there goes Brock Bowers, so that dream is dead. There goes Achan, so that dream is dead. But I mean, the young lad will certainly be in the mix for me if he's there. AJ Brown. I saw JT just get plucked off. I don't know how much Jonathan Taylor I'm going to be having at that price. So we're getting one of these three wide receivers. There goes Drake London. There goes Lad. So it looks like AJ Brown. Come on down. Fair enough. And then it's actually going to be not terribly long before it's back over to us. And I really don't know how much I love a lot of the people at these prices. Is I know it sounds insane to say, but now that I'm here in the moment, I mean, we have that Philly versus Buffalo game, is it? And yes, it is. So maybe Josh Allen. Well, there he goes, it looks like. Go back over to the board. There goes, but I mean, all these people that, that I wanted her. I don't think I love actually drafting in this range at first glance. Lamar coming off the board early. I guess he's been bumping up a little bit in ADP. So we'll see. We got three picks between our next selection. Ooh, Devontae Adams would have been someone I would have been at least in the mix for. Ah, Garrett Wilson was who I wanted. Didn't want to jinx it. I guess I mean T Higgins. I will snatch up. I really don't know about how much Terry McLaurin I'm going to have at this price. That said, Mazda Marv. I think I'm going for one of these one of man, I really don't think JSN would be a crazy pick. I don't think Rashee Rice would be a crazy pick. It might be. This is not an ideal run out. I'm really tempted to go Rashee Rice. Maybe this is a blanket spot for Terry McLaurin, but I'm tempted to go Rashee Rice full PPR. I'm doing it. I'm gonna have so much. I panicked under the pressure of the clock here, but I mean, my goodness, I really do believe that like he's not going to get suspended. The injury's not that bad, and in full PPR, 100-yard bonuses. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have a hard time probably keeping my Rashee Rice exposure down. What else is new? I think that was more of a comfort blanket, security blanket pick of at least no matter how things go from here. Unlike if I take Marvin Harrison or Terry McLaurin, like I know I'm just gonna feel good about the first three people on this roster, and that's not the way to play best ball. But when I am experimenting with a first round running back start for the first time, essentially, other than at the very back of the first round, why not chicken out? And yeah, that's a pretty big ADP value on McLaurin. Maybe I should have gone there. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna wind up with a whole lot of McLaurin this year. We'll see. I doubt it though. I do know how I'm gonna wind up with a lot of Rashee Rice, and that is by constantly reaching for him in the middle of the third. But I just can't talk myself out of like that could be a pretty screaming value. And yeah, while we do see Brees make it all the way to the beginning of the fourth, they decline the elite QB option over on that other side of the board. Well, there goes one with the McLaurin stack. Understand, and I get it. JSN as well was the other guy. Like I think in the dark, I would take JSN over Marvin Harrison as well. Maybe it's going to be a different story now without Gino there, just feeding him muffins underneath all the time. But I'm a JSN believer. So now, I mean, in going back to our own team, what are we hoping to see happen here? Maybe, I mean, maybe it's a Kansas City stack. Maybe I finally get a piece of Kittle. I don't think that'd be crazy. Actually, don't mind that. Actually, as soon as I say that, I don't. Does it make sense to take AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, knowing Jalen Hurts will? Oh, he's already gone. I was going to say, in all likelihood, won't be there by the time. Oh, it's me. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Let's take a piece of Kittle. Let's take at long last. This is my first Kittle exposure as well. Let's do it. Let's see what happens when you get a little Jahmyr Gibbs and George Kittle in your life. Good things historically. But now, having already made two deviations, away from wide receiver. Looking, it appears that this room is mostly as one might expect, so it's probably time to not get buried. Let's see if there's any compelling correlation to be had. I mean, Travis Hunter, I would snap off. I guess Devonte Smith, I would take. Tet McMillan, I would take. Maybe we get a little RJ Harvey in our lives. I think the one time I got him, the draft got canceled. I'm going to scroll up just to make sure. Okay. I'm next on the clock. I think it's a Travis Hunter situation if he's there. If he's there. I saw the hype video the other day of him throwing a dime to the 15-year-old GM after making an incredible one-handed catch. I think it's Travis Hunter time. We got our nice little veteran established. As long as they stay healthy, they'll be catching plenty of balls, one might hope, one would hope, and one would imagine. So how about this? I don't mind this at all. And I could definitely see this turning into a Trevor Lawrence team. I think a lot of my teams might be turning into Trevor Lawrence teams this summer. I really like him at ADP, and just more generally, I mean, I really, really buy into three quarterbacks, ideally in that sort of window. And I'll talk more about that as it comes up. Right, that pick like 90-ish to 140-ish window. Three of those guys, and then load up on all the other positions prior to that. I think could make a lot of sense. So in this case, Mahomes is gone, Hurts is gone, but we got Goff, Purdy, Lawrence, like all those guys fit right in there for me. So we'll see what happens. It does, I mean, I guess it looks like a marginally QB happy room, but I'm not going to go too overboard with kind of trying to make like exploitative deviations based on what I think the rest of the room is going to be heavy on. Let's scroll down and see these sixth round picks come in. Laporte, I really don't know how I'm going to wind up with more than a small blanket, maybe a quilt of Laporta. Not, I definitely buy that under the right circumstances he could crush me if I'm constantly spending up for Brock Bowers or Kittle or Trey McBride, which I will be, I would guess. And then Laporta comes in and he's right there with them. But man, did that usage concern me last season. And I don't know if usage is the right. He was on the field, but target share concerned me. And I'll say while we're on the subject of tight ends, I think I'm done trying to talk myself into Dalton Kincaid, just seeing some of the more advanced metrics from last year. I really, really believed in that dude his rookie season. I continue to believe in him being a good football player, but not getting the action, especially in the red zone, that one would hope. The stat I saw was that, like, I think it was through his first two seasons, he has 7 red zone targets, and last season, Foster Moreau had 7 red zone targets alone. Not what you want to be seeing. So, which I think I'm going to start getting some more pieces of Ridley. I don't think David Montgomery makes a whole lot of sense, having already gotten Jahmyr Gibbs in my life. Maybe this is a Travion Henderson spot. I've been wanting more of him, but so as not to get buried, let's go Juwan Jennings. Let's get some wide receiver. Let's continue opening the door for that Brock Purdy out a little later on, and let's start paying attention to okay, Brock Purdy ADP 106. So I'll probably reach for him at 101 is the plan if he's there. Maybe maybe there's a world where it seems compelling to push. But I guess Bears should also begin to be entering my mind, given that this is looking like a Niners team. Get some of that sweet, sweet Week 17 correlation. I haven't so who do the Jags even play? The Colts. I do not have a lot of Colts to speak of, but I'm plenty open to a decent number of them. But I mean, I guess this is a spot where I take a disgusting share of Rome. I don't know. And maybe I kind of Rome is the one guy I would say on the Bears that makes me pretty nervous that he could be a really bad pick at cost. I mean, maybe there are more concerns about DJ Moore and the kind of attitude he demonstrated last season, but I think with the fresh regime entering, he's probably going to be pretty happy about life. I guess I could make a case for Khalil Shakir, and I might now have to be making that case. To me, this is between Khalil Shakir and Caleb Johnson. I only have one running back. I think I'm actually kind of leaning Caleb here. Four wide receivers. Give me the guy who can lead the league in touches. God, Swift just makes me feel so dirty. I can't. I'm sure I will, but I can't yet bring myself to click the DeAndre Swift button just yet. I ended up going Caleb Johnson. So we are at 0-2-4-1. Definitely want some more wide receiver coverage at 92 is going to be my guess. And then I think right around that 101 range is where I'm going to be looking at quarterbacks. Does Pittsburgh play the Browns? Yeah, they do. They play at Cleveland. It's going to be a gross game in the world that I'm living in, at least right now. I don't think that's one that I want to be super heavy on as we find ourselves flipping cards over in week 17, which hopefully I'll be doing. Probably won't, just given the unlikelihood of making finals in the first place. But when you do make the finals and then you have to flip over a Browns Steelers stack of cards, I don't know, it's not where I want to be. So okay, Josh Downs, that's who I'm looking at. That's who I'm looking at. That's the world I'm trying to live in. Get some of that sweet indie correlation that, you know, Browns, Steelers, disgusting, but give me all that Jacksonville indie, baby. So I think Downs is where we want to go. Let's see how this board is looking. And I'll see if there are any other screaming ADP discounts to be had. But given that I think I'm gonna want to start getting some quarterbacks soon, if I think probably reaching for Purdy at 101 and Lawrence at 125. You know, just knowing myself. Here comes some tight ends. One pick to fade. And yeah, it's gonna be Josh Downs time. I think my first Josh Downs share. Anything to I'm not there's nothing to the rest of this for me. It's Josh Downs time. Happy about that. And then ooh, I mean, I think I have to in good conscience star Brock Purdy under these circumstances. See a case for Michael Pittman. Uh, the thing for me with Darnell Mooney is at no point am I gonna have to be convinced to reach for Darnell Mooney a little bit. Excuse me, I'm gonna have plenty of him come hell or high water. I think it's probably time to. Ooh, I don't know, man. Maybe I do push Purdy. Given how many other, I can't in good conscience be reaching that high for Purdy when Bo Nix and Justin Fields are still out here. Can I? Maybe I can. Maybe it's just terrible game theory to be thinking that way. Caleb's here. I think I probably go Caleb first. I think that's definitely the move if they're both there. Because I do have Caleb correlation as well. And then hope Brock Purdy is there on the way back. But upon further review, it might be time to go Bo Nix for it might be time to go Jared Goff first. Justin Fields. I'm getting greedy. I'm gonna get greedy. I'm gonna go Goff just because I don't have a ton of him and I do at least have this correlation with him. I don't know what that's going to lead to. That was super greedy and probably very anti-positional. I've been playing a lot of backgammon lately, which incident in the fake world where this video ever gets seen by more than 3 people and any of them like backgammon. That's the other content you can currently be finding on this channel. It's me struggling at that as well. And now, I mean, Purdy has to be a priority if he's there, which he may well not be. And then scrolling down a bit, that was so stupid. What am I doing? That's so greedy. I'm so greedy. What, am, what was that? Jared Goff. Sure. I mean, I guess there's a world where Purdy is still there and I get a sweet, sweet discount on him, as well as already having another quarterback that I'm at least marginally correlated with. But I think I probably would get a pass catcher somewhere along the way with Goff. And I don't know. I don't know. Amon Ra, JMO, Laporta, Gibbs, Demont. We could certainly be living in a world though where we do find our way into Purdy here. And then if Justin Fields is still on the board somehow, I'm probably just going to click him instead. Or Caleb's still on the board. I'm going to go into the ringer. What's the plan? Okay, I guess we're getting there. And Purdy is gone. I deserve that. I will. I mean, Caleb is the plan. Fields is the other plan. Is Dak the plan? I'll star them just to see what happens. Man. Failing that, though. What are we at right now? 1-2-5-1. Let's keep our head on a swivel here. The QBs are going. I did note early that this is a QB happy room and then just completely played myself. The QBs are going. If Caleb's there, it's Caleb time. That much I can tell you. If Caleb's there, it's Caleb time. This guy just took a quarterback. This guy might be. Oh, this guy's taking Caleb. I mean, he has DJ, but Caleb won't be there. Caleb's about to get picked. Even if he doesn't go here, he will go there. So let's assume Caleb is gone. I mean, it might be just Justin Fields' time. Are we really going just double naked and then fill it out later? Jets play the Patriots, right? They do. I love myself some backdoor Patriots. I don't really see. Maybe it's Jordan Mason time, but I don't think so. I'm doing it. I'm going naked Fields. I mean, that's like 20 picks past ADP, 19 picks past ADP. We'll sort that one out. We'll find ourselves some Mason Taylor, you know? I don't hate this. To just quickly recap, scroll back up. Goff and Fields now at QB. But look, I mean, Gibbs, AJ Brown, Rashee Rice, Kittle, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings, Caleb Johnson. I mean, this is a team. This is if we can get some backdoor correlation going, this is a team. I'm definitely going to be able to find some Patriots I like. With a Luther Burden situation, maybe it might be. Get that Bears Niners action going. I don't think I want opposing tight ends. Maybe I now I could get wide receivers going. I think this is a Luther Burden situation with my Niners and my Rome. Might get sniped on that. We'll see. And then I should try to be mindful of some Goff pass catchers along the way. If I didn't have a tight end yet, this would be Snap, Loveland. Oh, and there is Trevor Lawrence. Do we do it? Clicking it. Trevor Lawrence time. I'm going to be able to find It's Trevor Lawrence. We got three quarterbacks in a row, as promised at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the video. These are, this 100 to 140-ish range is just really, really nice looking to me. I don't think I don't think this is crazy. Call me crazy, but I won't be. I don't think this is crazy. I should have seen coming that Caleb was not going to make it back to me. And probably should have seen coming that Brock Purdy was not going to make it back to me, but we're done at quarterback. We have running backs we can at least feel good about getting a lot of work. We have wide receivers we can definitely feel good about. And we have a tight end we can feel great about. So this is now a matter of filling it out in ways that make sense. So with that in mind, let's start starring some people. I guess ETN is worth a star after the Coach Speak Index hype this week. Shout out Coach Speak Index. Njoku is worth a star with that gross Steelers Browns game that we're so excited for. Bashal Tutin's worth a star. I'll tell you that much. Who else is worth a star? Kyle Williams is worth a star. That might be where we're going. That might be where we're going. We're done at quarterback. That might be where we're going. Let's see. Let's see who's coming off the board. We're on the way back around now. There go ETN and Tootin and Njoku. Not a huge surprise, but wouldn't have hated it if one of them made it back. We're currently sitting up here, the 3-2-5-1. Not the most intuitive feeling breakdown through the first whatever 11 rounds, but I think this year I'm going to have quite a bit of this sort of thing. Probably aiming more for my third quarterback in the 12th rather than the 11th, but I'm going to have a lot of that, man. You get 20 rounds on here. There go all my Bears. Okay. Hollywood, Florida, Brown. I mean, Levitan started calling him Hollywood, Florida, Brown like almost immediately after I moved to Hollywood, Florida. And after 9 months in Hollywood, Florida, I said, you know what? I think other places in South Florida might be the call. But I still am Hollywood, Florida all the time. Hollywood, Florida is great. So might find myself with some pieces of him. But Hollywood, Florida Brown, a lot of fun. I think this is a Kyle Williams spot. To me, this is looking like Kyle Williams. Maybe it should be looking like Ramondre, but I don't think it will. And there goes Ramondre. This is Kyle Williams all day for me. Get some of these backdoor Patriots going with my Justin Fields. I'm fine. Just if you're gonna have a quarterback naked, I mean Justin Fields, why not? He's like high, high, high on the list of quarterbacks I'd be fine with naked. It's actually coming back around on us pretty quickly. Who's out here who makes sense? Let's look at wide receivers. Maybe it's running back time. Oh, you know what? Izzy Guerrero probably makes some sense in this configuration. I don't know. Maybe I should ease off the Niners now that I've stone bricked Purdy and all. I guess I do have Bears. I do have uh Rome. Sweet. Maybe Braylon Allen actually makes a lot of sense next round as well. I don't think that's crazy. And then wide receiver wise, Jack Besh actually is marginally appealing to me. Raiders Giants aren't the craziest to try to backdoor stack. I do though. I'm okay with having six wide receivers already. I think this is. Ooh, is it Jake Ferguson time? I kind of want it to be, but it won't be. It's gonna be Mason Taylor time, probably later. I hope. Let me get a rough. I think he's 174. Okay. So what pick are we at right now? I think I'm looking at Mason Taylor ideally in the 15th. So I have one more pick between then and now. Let's see what we might be looking at. Mason Taylor would fill out another tight end spot, and then I can get some other gross tight end later on. Ooh, I did consider Braylon Allen, though, in that range, but I think Mason Taylor makes more sense. Hunter Henry could be coming around after that. Whoops. Justice Hill. Roshan. Whoops. All right, I got to get better at clicking along with the draft. I mean, if Jack Bash falls again, how am I not taking him? That's a big if. Big if. I don't think I want anyone in the Wandale's worth a star, I suppose. Tyler Algier wouldn't be a crazy star. I'm not going 4 QB, but I'm intrigued by Anthony Richardson in theory. I mean, if Jack Besh falls, this is a ludicrous ADP discount, and I don't see anyone else that I'm really like dying for around here. Again, big if. I don't know that. I feel like I've been hearing a lot about Jonnu Smith coming to Pittsburgh, and that makes me nervous about Pat Fryermuth, but he is worth a star. Who's getting ripped off the board here? Jack Besh still out there. I think I will go Jack Besh if he's there. We will see. I still only have the one tight end. That doesn't bother me too much, especially with 20 roster spots. I can find some warm bodies by the end of this, which when you have Kittle, it's really his spike weeks that are going to get you there or not. So just having gross guys to fill out the downtime is fine with me. What are we looking at? There goes Leggett. So I think I'm probably going, mm, is it time to start respecting Alec Pierce more? Is it time to start respecting the tight end position? Oh, it's me. I mean, I think I'm just going to take Jack Besh, given this crazy discount, and given that I'm going to be going ballistic on running backs and tight ends for the most part going forward. To quickly recap how we're looking: QB room, Jared Goff, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Tight end room, Greg Kittle, right? Or George Kittle, sorry. PMT shout out. George Kittle. Running back, Gibbs, Caleb Johnson, Isaac Guerrero, and then wide receivers for days: AJ Brown, Rashee Rice, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings, Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, and Jack Besh. So I think with this next pick, it is Mason Taylor time. Let's get another tight end going. Let's get a Fields pass catcher. It's Mason Taylor time. So that has been I have at least one pass catcher with I think all of my quarterbacks now. No, I still need a lion. I gotta sneeze. My nose is itching big time. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Might have to sneeze again. I usually sneeze twice, as I think a ton of people do. Not really the point. Not a super interesting discussion point. Might be Hunter Henry time. It might be Roshan time next. Ooh, it's always Will Shipley time. Pop Douglas time could be coming. If he falls, Pat Bryant time. I'm trying to get in that game. Is there anyone on Detroit that's like draftable? Do we have any Detroit wide receivers that are like drafted from this point on? Sorry that I'm scrolling like a maniac. Is there anyone from Detroit that? Oh, this might be Isaac Tesla time near the end. I think that's what we're going to aim for. Is that his name? It's Isaac, right? Isaac Tesla. Tesla. I think he is going to be the target for our wide receiver 8. And I'll feel good about wide receivers then. I'll feel good. I'm already feeling great about quarterbacks. Do not need any more quarterbacks. So with this next pick, it's probably Roshan time. Maybe not. It might be Shipley time. It might. I don't think it's going to be Pop Douglas time. I think I already have 7 wide receivers. I don't think I need Pop Douglas here. I don't think I need Pat Bryant here. I think we just hold out for Tesla. I think it's probably Hunter Henry time or Roshan time. Maybe I fill out the tight end room. Let's see. And thinking about it a little further, I mean, there are enough guys down here that I can at least talk myself into being draftable. It's probably time to start respecting running back. We still have Gibbs, Caleb Johnson, Isaac Guerrero. Not necessarily time to start respecting running back, though. We're up in 3 picks. I think it's probably Hunter Henry or Roshan. I think it's one of the two. You know what? Let's just take one more quick perusal of the running back board. There are guys I can talk myself into here to fill this out. But that being said, it's pick 188. Algier is an interesting one to me. Huge discount. I think structurally it makes sense to go Roshan here, but I really don't love it. But I think it just when the cards get flipped over in week 17, I'm gonna want to see Roshan with this roster rather than Algier, even if I might much prefer Algier in the grand scheme. I'm gonna get plenty of Algier. Don't worry about my Algier exposures. Worry about your own Algier exposures. All right, so how are we looking? 3-4-7-2. I mean, we're gonna get at least a third tight end. And then I think it's probably just gonna be a classic 3-6-8-3. Just a classic 3-6-8-3. And we'll see who falls. I mean, maybe I do forego the Goff correlation and take just an objectively better wide receiver with more upside. And I guess, I mean, I already have Gibbs. I can talk myself into that being some Goff correlation. Maybe I do just kind of roll the dice on Alec Pierce or Keenan Allen here. There goes Keenan Allen. So maybe it is just Alec Pierce fills this out for me if he's there. It might just be Alec Pierce time. Let's just make sure. Ooh, Devin Neal. I like what little I've seen. I don't know how much sense this makes, but I think I'm gonna round it out with Alec Pierce. And then we'll find one more at least weirdo tight end. Maybe it's Dalton Schultz. But then we start just hammering running backs. I'm just going to start starring all of them. I'm not super confident that Nick Chubb is going to play in the NFL anymore. Dobbins is going to sign somewhere, right? Dobbins will sign somewhere. Ooh, DJ Giddens, I'm definitely buying on. Did we get our little piece of Jack Besh? We did. So maybe Glass Mostert makes some sense. Brashard Smith, I'm not going to be short on. Maybe we take some gross Miles Sanders share. Jordan James. Maybe this makes sense as a kind of hedge with Garendo. I don't know if that makes sense. Isaiah Davis did not jump off the page last year. Maybe, I mean, is this a Monungai spot? Is that the Bears running back I wind up with? We shall see. And then tight end wise, I heard Corain talking about Arroyo. Is it Elijah Arroyo? Yes. Being a potential big riser if and perhaps when Noah Fant gets cut. We have what, 3 picks left? Probably do at least, I mean, certainly at least one tight end. Noah Gray has some mini correlation, I guess, with Rashee Rice. Jatavian Sanders will be playing. Maybe Cole Kmet isn't the craziest hedge. It's a little Bears action, but I think more broadly, I'm going to want to be hammering some running backs coming up. I think DJ Giddens makes a lot of sense considering how this has gone so far. Indy and Jacksonville stack. I think DJ Giddens is where I'm looking next. From what I gather, he's got a very nice profile, just a gross spot on this team, meaning the Colts, not my team. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to be way over my skis on Jarquez Hunter, just by virtue of him not being Blake Corum. Not that I hate Blake Corum. Oh, I just got smoked. Oh man, I just got sniped on DJ Giddens. So change of plan. I don't think I want Taysom Hill. Maybe this is a Juwan Johnson spot. Just eat the gross Juwan Johnson. I'll just eat the gross Juwan Johnson. Get a little blanket. I don't like that at all. I don't know what that was. That was bad. I probably should have been finding another Jarquez share, even though, I mean, I gotta chill. I must chill with Jarquez Hunter. And how are we looking now? We got two picks left? Yes, only two picks left. We're at 3-4-8-3. So I think it's probably just running back, running back. Mason Taylor, Juwan Johnson, George Kittle. I can live with those tight ends. Maybe something pops, but I think we're just looking at running backs now. Maybe we take, I mean, this, when else am I going to take a gross Raheem Mostert share? When else, indeed? Are they really going to just taunt me with Jarquez to this extent? I'm going to do it. I will bite, especially, I mean, Mostert just went. I'll take Jarquez if he's there. I seem like I'm unhappy about it, even though I definitely think the proposition makes sense. I think 19th round Rams running back when Kyron has a lot of mileage on him at this point is an interesting proposition. Can I talk myself into anything else? No, I can't. And then I think, I mean, I'm just going 19th and 20th, Jarquez Hunter, Brashard Smith, so often. I'm going to have so much of both of them. And it might come back to burn me. We will see. Man, this draft is flying. It's only been 43 minutes. We're flying. Let's see who's there. It will be Brashard Smith for me. Is it Brashard or Brashad? Brashard Smith. Good to know before I wind up with 58% of him. Kyle Monangai, I mean, maybe if all these other guys are taken. We'll go back to the board. We'll see who's trending as compelling late round picks these days. Tutu's been trending. I I don't know about it. Like I don't think he's terrible, but man, did they not like to throw to him. I remember I started him one week in like my home league regular season and he got this incredible touchdown, but the only reason he even got like that was his only catch of the game, I think, and the only reason he got it is because Stafford was intending to throw to like Puka instead, and it like bounced off people's hands and then wound up in Tutu Atwell's. That's how you do it, though. Okay, I mean, I guess it's Brashard Smith if he's there. I guess that's just it. And I think it's just definitely a running back. And I'll say this much, man. I think I'm going Brashard Smith or Jordan James. That's right. Um, I'll say this: not as intimidated by the Gibbs slash Bijan slash Saquon sort of start as I thought I might be. I thought I might come in here and feel just totally out of my comfort zone. But hey, when you wrap up a draft with Jarquin, oh, and I just got sniped. I just got sniped. Oh, did I just sit here in timeout and get the guy I wanted anyway? Did I snipe myself? That might be my first career self snipe. I didn't know it was my turn. Thankfully, I had him starred. And that's going to be that. So, I mean, the thesis here, I suppose, is that Gibbs is very, very good, obviously, is mandatory. Caleb Johnson does indeed take over that backfield and they're at least productive. And then these guys I'm just taking swings at with these other running back shots. And then feel great about the quarterbacks. Marginal. I think I could have done better or more tactically with filling out the rest of my tight end spots, but I need Kittle to be a smash anyway for this to matter. So why not get these guys who are at least going to be on the field? I think I got defensible correlation along the way. And yeah, overall, very happy, I would say, which is a very new feeling for me in 2025 best ball. So a classic 3683. I mean, so many of my squads that I draft this year are going to be 3683. You know what? Let's do something. Let's go out for anyone who's still here. At the end of my backgammon videos, I do pick a card. Since I'm looking at them, since this one was a quick draft, we'll do a little pick a card honor system. Lock in your card selection now. Since I went 3683, I will take a 3, I guess. I'm going to take the 3. Whoops. 10 of clubs just flashed to me. Just full disclosure. Honor system. I'm going to take the 3 of spades. Lock in what card you want. I'm going to do this all. I'm going to eventually stop. I'm going to hold the card up to the camera. You got your guess. I got mine. 3 of spades. Ah, Jack of hearts. Jack of hearts for the winners out there. That's it. We'll see you next time. Thank you.